Shabbat Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bahashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Aquat that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000 and 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yahshua, Shabbat Shalom and salutations to you all. All right, so Charagma watch. Revelation 13 and 16. The MOTB. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, we all know what this is, and those of you that don't, you're in trouble. All right? Let's get 16 real quick. All right? Is it 14? Let me see. Let me see. Yep. Let's go right here. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast or the image, or his image, and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So that's the punishment for taking that charagma. See that? Or in his hand. Okay? Forehead or in the hand. Neuralink, if you will. RFID, if you will. All right, and if you don't get it, then hey, it is what it is. So there's a slow, incremental, right, walk towards that, towards the MOTB, or towards the hour of temptation, which we'll get at the end of this this lesson. All right, so this is Marfugel TV. One day ago, they just got EMP weapons, talking about Hezbollah, but we're up to, what, 33 and a third right here. Let's see what they're saying up to this point. So they're going to talk about what? ID. And that real ID thing is leading to what? The charagma. All right, don't be stupid. All right, and if you don't get it, you're being blinded anyway. Take it away, Mars.
And we have China wants to start a national internet ID system. Now, we were going to talk about this yesterday, but there was so much stuff.
Anything going on overseas is coming here. Okay. It's already jumping off in China. What do you mean, wants to start? They already got that thing popping up. All right. They're already in their NWO over there. Sweden already got the charagma. All right, take it away.
Kind of outweighed it. But really, this is one of the most important things out there. And when you actually look at all of the countries that have been copying China, one example was like right after China changed the retirement age and added 2 years to it. So imagine you're like right before retirement, and then they go, oh, by the way, we need you to go to 64, 2 more years.
What does that have to do with retirement? It has to do with money, your nest egg, and how you're gonna, be able to spend it or not spend it, which goes into you will, if you want to spend any nest egg or any money that you got saved up, you're gonna switch to the new monetary system, right? And this is the beginning of it to get you corralled into this new cyber system of handling money, all right?
And you have to go longer to get the same thing you were supposed to get to yesterday, tomorrow. Tomorrow is today, and today is tomorrow, and what it was. But anyways, but imagine that. Well, Paris actually copied it. And in fact, Canada has been copying a lot of China's little things. And a lot of folks actually believe that Canada will have a social credit score system before we do, before any other place. Now, India has the Aadhaar card. I've done videos on that. That's basically all of your fingerprints, your irises, all of your biological data is basically put into your Aadhaar card. And if you are poor and need welfare of any kind, at one point you actually needed to have that Aadhaar card. So if you want to be a part of the system, if you want to buy, sell, you got to have all of your stuff on your Aadhaar card.
Now, see, Marv knows. He just said buy or sell, didn't he? How is it that niggas with fringes on can't put two and two together? Because they're blinded. Okay? You're blinded. You're blinded, baby. You're blind to the fact.
And they have 1.4 billion citizens. So you can imagine how big of an operation that was, and they went through with it anyways. I mean, think about how much effort they had to put into that, and they did it. Well, now they want to start a national internet ID system. Now, Dex, how would the ID system work, and why is this a scary thing? And I just, before we switch over, I just want to say, this is something that if you see a couple of our NATO allies do, so say they copy a system or they adopt something like this, it works really well in China, they say, we're not copying China, this just works really well. Those countries are the ones that they do it first, then we do it.
Why? Because it's called the New World Order. All right? And they're rolling it out in your face and under your nose. They're going to lie and backbite and act like we're not all doing this in lockstep with each other. But once everything is up, we turn it on. Oh, they assembled the whole thing right under your nose. Okay, in plain sight, as they call it.
That's the scary thing. Dex, what is this, and what do they mean by it?
Well, look, they do have an ID system. It's all about, and they know who everyone is, but they're trying to, I guess, take it to a new level because it was all originated with phones. And
the new level would be to control the money. Okay, it's programmable. So that you can only buy this much meat, you can only buy, and if you're not doing what we want you to do, it's just turn it off. Okay? Full control. That's what the whole chip system is about. Okay? It's not, buying and selling. No, it's about full control. Not only about buying and selling, it's about everything. Okay? But the buying and selling, you gotta eat. Right, so they got you trapped right there. All right, it's about knowing who you are. It's about your records and all of that. And it says that Chi-Psi stigma. It says all of that in there. If you knew where to look, but you niggas is being blocked out. You're being blinded. Okay, the wool is pulled over your eyes.
Started with phone numbers, and now all of their organizations and companies and everything have to maintain these databases to try to, maintain the phone number to who the person is, to all of that. And if they can create a brand new, internet ID, which has all of the information needed, it will solve that problem. So I don't think they're necessarily rolling out something new in the sense that all of a sudden everyone there is going to get this ID. They already have it. Don't kid yourself. The whole, notion that they've got a social credit score, that's in place. This is just a new way for them to make it easier for the programming of it and for how they will use it and to continue their path down managing and controlling everyone in the country.
This is to slowly walk you other nations, not China. They just do what the hell they want in China. Make them people do whatever the hell they want. And they're not going to pull their guns out and raise a ruckus. But all of this is to slow walk you other nations, right? Oh, look what we're doing with China. China is under complete strong arm yoke of iron around their neck, and will be shot by a firing squad if they say no to anything.
This is just an upgrade, is what I would think of it as. But yeah, it's going to be a high tech upgrade, and it's definitely one of those things that you'll see other countries go, "Ooh, how can I do that?"
And by the way, so there was a poll done by Chinese citizens of their approval of the president, and it was something crazy, like 99.8% or something. It was over 95%. And everybody's like, what? Everybody just loves Xi Jinping? Well, there's a lot of things in China that they do. Also, part of their social credit score, little things like on your cell phone. So if your cell phone, you've got it open there. First of all, your cell phone is connected like your social security number. So during CV, if you remember 20,000 or 30,000 or 20, maybe it was 20 million, cell phone numbers just disappeared. And they were like, well, 20 million cell phone numbers means 20 million people disappeared, right? But on a daily basis, they say, hey, if you go into this app that basically talks about Xi Jinping and his beliefs, his history, or you can read about his family.
Okay, they're kind of just talking jargon. Let me speed it up to, they're going to show a little video, it looks like right here. So let's get up there.
Out having that. Whistleblower protection, all of these things matter a lot. And then we have, this is a tweet by Illuminati Bot, and by the way, great account. I think they're almost up to 2 million followers, but let's see here. Dex, do you want to explain this? It's pretty crazy. This is an electricity thing. So this is something that goes hand in hand with this whole thing. And we've talked about China for a very long time. But Dex, do you want to explain what they could do with electricity?
Yeah, I'm not 100% familiar with what they're talking about, but this is something that has been researched for quite a while. And it has everything to do with what makes up the human, and it's that three-letter acronym that goes into designing how a human works. But they're talking about being able to send electric commands directly to it and being able to make it obey these commands.
Now let me.
Human DNA. All right, I'll just come out and say it. So they're able to control your DNA with these different mechanisms. These look like a chip. Okay. So this devil is coming up, right, in his technology.
Let me play a short part of this, and again, let's see it right here.
A new research paper has been published by scientists in Switzerland. They say they can send electric commands directly to human DNA, meaning they can make human genes obey external commands.
They can make human genes obey external commands. We've actually covered neurostrike technology and other things that they've talked about. This is all happening in like breakneck speeds. We have Neuralink, we have neurostrike, we have, of course, human DNA controlled with electricity. Think about that.
I want to know what investment has made them.
Salakia. So you see where this thing is going. And this is new information. What do you mean, human DNA being controlled by electricity? All right, what do you think that chip is going to do? Okay.
Let's see here.
Scientists at the ETH Zurich University are calling their new discovery. They have found a way to talk to human DNA, to give human genes commands using electricity. Thus the name electrogenetic.
Electrogenetic. What a trip.
Direct brain-computer interfaces, replacing organic hands with bionic hands, adding to the body a second immune system.
There go you, Vol Noah. You know where this is going. All right. You know where it's going when this guy is speaking. All right.
Which is not organic, but an inorganic immune system made up of millions of tiny nanorobots inside your body.
You see that right behind them? These groups are in charge. Just know that. And this is what they're talking about. Millions of nanobots in your body that would, this would take over. Just to repeat a little part here.
Organic immune system which is not organic but an inorganic immune system, made up of millions of tiny nanorobots inside your body.
So, an inorganic immune system that's made up of robots, which, if you go back to that original, controlled with electricity. So, if you didn't, I don't know, say like what somebody was saying, you might be able to shut the switch off on their immune system. Say, oh, this protects you against this and that. Well, tie this into a future where your social credit score goes lower. Well, you're no longer protected by the new posh inorganic immune system that protects you against super bugs, which they say right now are eventually going to be a thing no matter what we do, because we're all becoming essentially antibiotic resistant.
So you see where this whole thing is going, okay? If you don't play ball, they will shut you out on some Hunger Game type shit. All right? You play a little bit more, it might have a little more information. Let me see.
All of the stuff is getting antibiotic resistant. I think I can see where this is going. So in the near term, yeah, there's a lot more worries on our plate. But this is going to fly. All of a sudden, time is going to fly.
So Marf is on it. How do you know? The elder apostle Tahar says, when they force that C hit, everything is going to speed up. He just said time is going to fly. He said, right now everything is cool. Marf just said this himself. Right now you're cool, but in a minute, basically he said, when they force this thing, time is going to speed. How is he saying that? And you got Negroes in fringes that can't see the C hit. How is Marf doing this?
Which they say right now are eventually going to be a thing no matter what we do, because we're all becoming essentially antibiotic resistant.
But right now, he's going to say, right now we're cool, but when they force this thing, time is going to speed up. That's exactly what the elder apostle says.
All of the stuff is getting antibiotic resistant. I think I can see where this is going. So in the near term, yeah, there's a lot more worries on our plate. But this is going to fly. All of a sudden, time is going to fly. 10 years down the road, we'll be like, whoa, how did we get here? For the long...
And not 10 years, within the year and a half, within the next year, they're going to be forcing this thing. So lucky I'm eating some chips.
Time it was like, by the year 2000, we were all thinking, oh, all the future movies that said we would be flying around in cars by now. In 10 years, I do believe we will be. They've already set up the FAA for drone flight and things like this for commercial delivery. The next step is that they open it up for drone cabs. They're already leading the way in Saudi Arabia, where they actually have drone cabs flying people around, the very first ones. This is going to happen. We're finally at the future, and the future sucks. So, again,
That's good enough. Okay, so look at this. Human DNA controlled with electricity. This is telling you what's next. The C-hip is what's next. You need a chip to operate your operating system. Do you not? Everything's there. What they put in you through the Maxine Nightingale is the operating system. You need a chip. You have your brain as the memory. You're a computer. You're a supercomputer. It's real simple. So anyway, yeah, just thought that should come out. Let me see. Is there any more? Nope. They go to, that's about it. They go to Jace. Then they close out. So, I mean, it is what it is. If you can't see it, where did we go? That's 14. Thought we had 13 now. 3. Oh, we went to 14. That's right. So, yeah. There it is right there. He causeth all. Right? You can't see that? Let's go to 3. And we'll just close it out right here, all right? Here's when everything is going to speed the hell up. Okay, Revelation 3 and 10. because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. That's the clue. All the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast. Sluck you. Hold that fast, which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right. So, prepare yourself. Say a prayer. Right. There's the elder Monaghan out there in D.C. writes up those prayers in the hour of temptation. There was one, so go check that out. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brothers, few sisters. All right, get ready. These things are coming. These prophecies are coming to pass. All right, Shabbat Shalom.